Hey everybody, welcome to our first ever Biz Bootcamp accountability call. I'm here with Angie and Emily, our hosts for the night. We just wanted to kind of get together with everyone, chat about the Power of 5 tracker sheet, which I have here, which all of you awesome people have been filling out and using. So we hope that it's been helpful in just getting you to do the basics and the vitals and a little bit extra. We have, also experienced some difficulties in some of the areas of filling those out each and every day. So don't feel like it's just you, regardless of whether you're a newbie coach or, a vet like me or whatever in between. It is sometimes difficult to get it all in one day and just, get those consistent habits going. But we wanted to get together and chat, see what everyone is doing well in, what people are struggling in. And we have gone, Emily and I this morning went over like part by part for each section and took little notes to give you guys tips on how to think outside the box and do different things so that way you can fill out your sheets without feeling frustrated or lost or confused or feeling like there's no way I could find 5 people to talk to the business about. So I will get started. I mean, the first part, adding 5 friends, that's pretty basic. Emily, she went over that in our call, like our intro call, and she put a little file section in the group on how to be very intentional with finding friends and doing searches specific to people you actually want to be friends with and not just randomly going and clicking add friend to anyone and everyone. The second part, so messaging people non-Beachbody related. So I took some notes, and this can be reconnecting with old friends, so people you went to high school with, college with, old roommates, old coworkers. And these are simple like, hey, how have you been? We haven't talked in forever. I see you are living in whatever. I see you have a kid. Congratulations. I see you got engaged, whatever. Just, short little messages to let people know that you're interested in what they're up to, how their life's going. Congratulating them or, whatever, recognizing their life events and just kind of like rekindling that relationship. Another thing, happy birthdays. Besides actually like writing happy birthday to people whose birthdays it is on that day, take it a little step further and send them a personal message. Because think about it, how many people on Facebook write happy birthday to you, like on your wall? Probably a lot, but how many people actually go out of their way to send you a private message and say happy birthday? Probably like 0. So if you're that one, imagine like how special that person feels, because it's not just like, oh, Facebook reminded them it's my birthday. Like, so what? Like if you just send them a quick message, regardless of whether you're close friends with them or you have no idea who they are, just say, hey, happy birthday, wishing you a great day. Do you have any fun plans? Whatever. It opens up a conversation, and it has nothing to do with Beachbody. It's just being interested in them and their life and, celebrating them on their special day. If you see your friends who have pictures of dogs and you have a dog or you love animals, message them about it, I love seeing Melissa's pictures of her dog, and she's constantly posting about him. And there's other people out there, too, who are obsessed or obsessed with their kids, and you have kids, too. Send a message, say, your kids are so cute. Like, oh, my gosh, what grade are they in? Or, whatever. Like, if they're potty training, like, do you have any tips for me? Because my kid is, about to be potty training too, or whatever it may be. Like, find a connection and message them about something related to that. Like I said, engagements. Instead of just congratulating them on their post, like, send them a private message and congratulate them. If they just got married, if they just announced that they're pregnant, go out of your way and just send them a personal message. It's going to make that much more of a difference. And even if you are posting transformations on your page or just any kind of like inspirational type of post or anything, really, you can private message them and say, hey, thank you so much for the love on my page. Like, that like or comment really means a lot to me. That's it. Simple as that. Like, technically it doesn't have to be Beachbody specific, but just thanking them for showing their love, because there is so much like negativity out there on Facebook that sometimes, being able to brighten someone's day with a simple like quote or whatever image. Sorry, there's a fly in my house. I got it. Just safe, and she's like, don't worry.
Zika.
It wasn't a
not
mosquito.
kidding me. Okay.
It wasn't a mosquito. I feel like we're on like a comedy show right now.
I don't like it. They are not impressed.
get down to business. But anyway, so yeah, just going out of your way to just message people and say hi and reconnecting with them. Or if it's somebody new, send them a message, say, hey, thank you so much for adding me back as a friend. Like, I see we have mutual friends in common. Maybe, you know, we have some type of connection. We live in the same state or went to the same college or whatever it may be. Like, just talk to people. This business is about making friends and connections. That's it. Like, we are professional friend makers and fun havers. Like, pretty cool job, I would say. So, Emily, anything you want to add? Are you ready? You good? Or did I cover most of it? You're on mute. I can't hear you.
You totally cut out. I didn't hear you. You said, today's been a really crazy day for me. Like, I have not stopped working since we got off the phone earlier. Like, I literally took a shower, shoved food in my face, and yeah.
Well, that's what Girl Boston is about.
Yeah, my brain's a little frazzled. What did you say? You cut out before.
I said, do you have anything to add, like, in that second part about just messaging people non-Beachbody related?
No, I think you covered most of it. I mean, for me personally, I have baby fever, hardcore. So whenever I see a cute baby come across my newsfeed, I'll message the person and be like, oh, your kid's so cute. But it comes very naturally to me because that's the stage I'm in. Mm-hmm. So if you're not in baby fever stage, you hate kids, you think they have cooties, you want nothing to do with them, don't message somebody, hey, your kids are super cute. It's going to come across as salesy. It's going to come across as not genuine. That's not cool. But I have total baby fever, so I can talk about babies forever and a day. No big deal. Same way I can talk about Shelties. No big deal. You know, for me, it's the same. So it's kind of just finding whatever it is that you're into. And I mean, this is the time when you can scroll through Facebook and you can, you know, it is working because you're getting ideas of who to contact. And even if you don't have the time to contact them at that moment, or what you're doing in that moment is just scrolling through your feed, I carry a notebook. And so when I see somebody that has a cute kid or a cute dog or just started a new job or just announced that they were pregnant, I'll write their name down and like really quickly what their post is about that caught my attention, and then I'll message them later when I'm working.
Those are great suggestions, yeah, especially if you can't like message on the spot, writing their names down or like taking a screenshot of their page so you won't like forget them, especially on Instagram too, because sometimes they don't have their names, like it's just like a random like handle name. I do screenshots of like people's Instagrams so that way in the future I can get back to them. Or save the post on Facebook. Oh, smart idea. Yeah, you can save their post. And then you just go back. Good job, girl. Good tip. Okay, so next part, we'll move into inviting to groups. So we don't want you guys to just like cold message like random people and say, hey, join my challenge group, because that is not a message that we would want to receive. So obviously if we're sending it to someone, most likely they will not reciprocate it or, you know, like welcome it. So form people first. You don't know what form stands for. It's family, it's occupation, recreation, so things that they like, hobbies, interests, whatever, and then the message. So when you're starting a conversation with somebody new, you want to be finding out first like who they are, what they love, do they have, you know, kids, a husband, a wife, or whatever, like, you know, their family, are they single? Their occupation, what they do for a living. You want to kind of get to know them first before you're like, oh yeah, join my team because you're super awesome. Because you don't know that yet. You haven't created that connection. So inviting to a group, don't take it so literally as the fact that you have to send like an actual invite to a challenge group. Unless you've been talking to people in the past and maybe like, you know, following up with them and catching up and like re-inviting them to a group because they have shown interest in the past. If you're just messaging someone that you're just starting a relationship with, please do not send them an invitation yet. Find out what they are. So R is recreation, so like hobbies, what their interests are. And M is the message. So the message is the last thing you'd send, which is when you'd invite them either to a free challenge or inviting them to a coach sneak peek because you think they'd be a great fit for coaching, or a challenge group if they've shared like fitness goals with you and stuff because you've talked to them about your passion for health and fitness. So yeah, like I said, don't cold invite people. Reconnect with people you talked to in the past about Beachbody if they've messaged you about something or reached out to you or shown you some love on your, you know, transformation or anything, you know, HR related. Reaching out to people in your free challenge groups too. So if you have free challenge groups going, invite them to something else, or just talk to them, catch up, see how they're liking their experience, see if they need some extra support or something you can help them with. So just, like I said, being a friend to someone, getting to know them, creating that connection, and just starting those conversations with people, or, following up and, rekindling those conversations. So it doesn't have to be like new invites and invite specific like to an actual group yet. Just talking to more people than you would before, Anything to add, Em?
It can be really, really, really easy to, I was kind of guilty of this in the beginning where I thought that's what inviting was. And so I would add people to my friends list, I'd grow my network, and then I'd let them kind of get down to the bottom of the recently added friends section and think, okay, well, I've been friends with this person for a week or whatever. They may have seen my post by now. Let me send them a cold invite. 9.5 times out of 10 that didn't work. A few times it did work. The person was interested and said, hey, tell me some more about this. But I don't know how many of the people I cold invited that I completely and totally turned off from anything I ever had to offer because I did that. And then once I started doing more of this and being more vocal about how I was doing Beachbody, I was getting people cold messaging me saying, hey, you're already being successful in this network marketing venture, you should try this one too. But you could tell it was a copy paste kind of thing where they were just looking for anybody that had ever been involved with any sort of MLM and sending them the same form message. There was nothing personalized to me. I had people, I would assume that other MLMs do kind of deals around the same time that maybe Beachbody does because of the way quarters line up and that sort of thing. But I get messages from people all the time that are very clear copy and paste, and it just makes me feel icky. And there are ones that you can tell are copied and pasted. Like, my name is not even in that message. There may not even be like a hey. It's just like a buy this thing from me. And even though I know that if we were to, quote unquote cold invite, it would be more of an invitation. And it wouldn't be, but it still comes across as icky. No matter which way you do it, it comes across as, I have these goals and I want to make these sales and this is what matters to me, not you and your goals. Yes, it takes more time to do it our way, but the way that this team does it is going to build relationships. It's going to make sure you're in this business long term, and it's going to get you to where you want. Otherwise, you can go ahead and go cold invite everybody on your friends list. You may make a couple sales, but so what? You don't know the person. You don't know what their goals are. A week in, when they fail, you don't know that it's because they had this thing that you didn't ask about or you didn't know about, or you didn't know that they've struggled with an eating disorder for however many years. You didn't even ask about that. You didn't care. So we're in this for the people, not for the commission. So just focus on that and you'll be cool.
Exactly. So next part is the follow-ups. So if you are consistently starting new conversations with people each day in your, part 2 and 3, then you should have people in your follow-up, because naturally the conversation is flowing. Some messages won't get answered because they'll message you back late or early in the morning, and then, you are busy with work or whatever. So you should be, if you're doing this correctly and you're doing this consistently, you will have new messages in your inbox each day. So those count as your follow-ups. So you can obviously write the same names in different sections for, the next days and stuff. Also checking in with your current challengers, or if you have coaches on your team, those are follow-ups too, because you need to see where they're at on their journey. Are they struggling with anything? Do they need help with something? If they're getting great results, you want to hear about that. You want to hear about their experience. If they're a coach on your team, you want to make sure that, they're plugged into a training, or if they're confused about something, you're not sure what they should be doing, you should be checking in with them regularly. So make sure you're following up. Next thing, like I said, going through yesterday's messages, answering those. That's pretty much it for follow-up. I think that's pretty straightforward type of thing. I don't think anyone really struggles too much with those, but just making sure that you are answering people back promptly within like 24 to 48 hours. Like, yeah, you know, if it's a weekend and you're taking some time off, or, you know, most people aren't really on their phones or on Facebook, especially Messenger like we are. But if you message someone and they haven't gotten back to you within 24 to 48 hours or, you know, 72 hours, whatever, you can send a message and say, hey, you know, especially if it's after a weekend, like, hey, girl, how was your weekend? I'm sure you're busy. Just wanted to check in and see if you saw my previous message. I'd love to keep chatting with you. Something simple, straightforward, nothing too crazy, especially if you like are in the midst of like talking about their goals and maybe you send them a link to the 20 Day Fix challenge pack and they haven't gotten back to you. Just kind of check in on them and say, hey, you know, how are you? Have you had a chance to watch the video yet? If not, just let me know. I want to see where you're at, you know? Because, you know, maybe they got busy. They opened the message and they didn't get to read it or click the link and watch the video. Like, I'm very guilty of checking messages and then getting caught up in something else and then never answering someone back. And then I scroll through my messages and realize like a month has passed and I haven't gotten back to someone and I feel like crap. So, you know, some people do that too, and it's okay. They don't do it intentionally to ignore you or whatever. But if you're doing the follow-up, then at least that shows that you cared enough to kind of reach back out to them and reconnect and keep that conversation going. So make sure you do your follow-ups every single day. Next part is presenting the business opportunity. So like I said, even we have been struggling with this section because it is a lot of people that we should be like connecting with and sharing the business opportunity. But if you think outside the box, if you're posting about the business opportunity on your page, so inviting to a sneak peek, if you're talking about this awesome group of women that we get to be surrounded by and empowering each other and drinking wine together with, like, this is my business partner, like, how cool is that? We get to sit in my house and drink wine and do a call with all of you, you know, like, who are all over the United States in different time zones, which I suck at, like, knowing the conversion. I'm always like, wait, Emily, what time are you at? Like, wait, Katie, what time are you on? So thank you guys for making it at the time that it was scheduled. But yeah, so talking about things like that, it doesn't have to necessarily be like sending someone a message and saying, hey, join my team, we're the best. No, like, because that also is probably not going to get people actually interested in what we have to offer. But if you're sharing consistently, not just your fitness journey and your health journey, but talking about this community and how we all support each other and how we all motivate each other and keep each other accountable, like, that is presenting the opportunity. You know, like, people want to be a part of that. They don't want to just be, you know, in a business to earn an income or whatever. Like, they want all the aspects of what we have to offer. So if we're not constantly sharing those parts and like breadcrumbing our stories and what coaching means to us and why we love this company and why we love this business, people aren't going to be able to connect with us or, you know, see what we have to offer. So like I said, breadcrumbing, doing exposures. Everybody smile because I'm taking a picture.
Oh, man, no!
Hold on.
Get it when it's good.
Okay, I don't know if she took it, but whatever.
I should probably unmute myself so you guys know when I'm taking a picture. Ready? 1, 2. Okay, thank you.
Okay, so yeah, so a picture like this and sharing that on Facebook and talking about how you got to hang out with all these cool women who are like goal setters and go-getters and girl bosses, that is sharing the opportunity, and that's sharing the opportunity with everyone who will see your post. So making sure that not just like, you know, sharing the opportunity one-on-one and privately, but exposing it on your social media regularly. So sharing your transformation once a week, sharing, you know, why you joined Beachbody, why you decided to be a coach at least once a week, if not more. Sharing other, you know, transformations from our team, sharing testimonials, you know, like what this coaching opportunity can do. And maybe, you know, if you're just getting started, you don't have a huge success story yet, that's okay. Like, we have lots of very awesome, successful coaches in Diesel Nation who have done big, badass things, and you can talk about them too, you know what I mean? If you come across a YouTube page like Lindsay Matways or, you know, Bonnie Engel, like, talk about her. Like, you know what I mean? Like, she's part of this network too. So you can share the successes of other people. You don't have to necessarily just be focused on like, oh, well, I can't talk about the business because I haven't made an income with it yet. Like, that's not true. Like, yes, you can. You know, talk about how it's changed your life, how it's given you a positive mindset, how it's encouraging you to be a better person and, you know, shoot for bigger goals and dreams and not be stuck in like and settling for just like whatever you can get, you know? So sharing your vision with, you know, where you want to take this business, connecting with people who already like health and fitness, and Emily's going to touch on that in a second. If you have challengers now, like, and they're kicking butt in your challenge group, or even if they haven't really been too active, but like sharing the fact that they can, you know, get Shakeology on discount, or if they help 3 people a month, they can get their Shakeology for free. Talking to them about, you know, maybe looking into coaching, like, and joining one of our sneak peeks, no strings attached, just to kind of see and be more exposed to what it is that they can get from this journey too, and not just like their health and fitness. Emily?
Sorry, I missed it because I was busy posting that super awesome picture on Facebook. What was I supposed to be talking more about?
About connecting with people who already love health and fitness.
Oh, yes. So I have been super lucky enough to have some rock stars on my team. Denise is a certified personal trainer. So is Leslie. Taylor is super passionate about health and fitness. These were all people that came to me passionate about fitness. It's not somebody that was kind of in a situation like mine where I was really heavy. I was desperate for a change. I needed something to make me feel like a person again. And Paulina helped me do that. And although, you know, we obviously don't ever discount those people, because some of the people with the biggest transformations can be the most inspirational, but having people come to you that have a knowledge base in this sort of thing is invaluable. I am running a new free group starting on Monday. I'm running a Buns and Guns group. I've never come up with my own workout plan, and so it was a little intimidating. So I spent a ton of time today on Pinterest trying to look to see what different people had put up, and finally I was like, you know what, like, I've got a personal trainer on the team that I can text this to and be like, hey, is this stupid, or you know, is this okay, like, And so I sent it to Leslie, and I'm like, hey, what do you think? And she gave me some great input and some things that I was able to include. And so don't ever discount someone because of their place in life. So had I not talked to Denise about the coaching opportunity, because she was already working in a gym, because she was already training people, I could have missed out on an awesome coach. If I would have discounted Leslie because she had this goal of going to work in a gym to help people lose weight, like, don't discount these people because we make some sort of assumption about where they are or what they want. Chances are you may think you know this person, but you don't really know them. You don't really know what drives them yet. So start talking to them with an open heart and let them know what you have to offer, and then let them decide if it's up to them or if it's for them or not. Because when you find a coach that has this knowledge base, like Leslie was able to come in and rock this business from day one because she'd already been doing all the things that a coach does. She just wasn't getting paid for it. So she was already sharing all this awesome value with people and helping people and inspiring people. And so she was able to come in guns blazing and just rock this business, and she's changing so many lives. So there are areas in our lives that we shouldn't be scared to reach out to somebody just because we're not in that place. I shouldn't be scared to reach out to a personal trainer because I think that she may judge me for what I do. If he or she does, oh well, that's the next one. But they have a wealth of knowledge that takes so much time to learn and so much energy to learn. And if they can help you learn it, that helps create more of the team dynamic and team culture. So
definitely, yeah, I think sometimes we might get like intimidated by people that are already like working out and healthy and, you know, into fitness and into nutrition, because yeah, we have those assumptions that like, oh, like they're not going to want to do what we do because they already have their own thing going on, or they probably eat super healthy and clean. But I mean, not necessarily. People struggle. Like, it's just what they're putting out there. Like, they could totally rock something like this because of the fact that they already have that exposure to health and fitness and that passion. So like, it'd be so much easier to convince them of doing something like this. Well, not convince, we don't want to convince anyone. But share this opportunity with them than sharing it with somebody else who maybe never, you know, worked out in their life. Like, that's a lot harder for them to tell them, hey, like you should sign up as a coach and do this. Like it might be a little bit more intimidating. So yeah, and on that note, we are going to kind of encourage more like coach and team spotlights. So to make that easier for all of us, I'm going to start a photo album in the Diesel Dreamers page, and everyone posts a picture, whatever picture they like. It could be a transformation picture or just like a picture of their face, whatever, of themselves, and write a little story, whether it be about their physical transformation, their mindset transformation, their business transformation, whatever they want to talk about, like why they love Beachbody, and just like an inspiring message of what the business has done for them. We're going to do this so that way everyone can use those, save the picture and copy the message and give each other shout outs and spotlights and kind of sharing who we are as a team and not just talking about ourselves, and, sharing with other people, because that way, they might not be able to connect with me, but maybe they hear Julia's story or Leslie's story or Taylor's story and they connect with them and they're like, oh wow, like she has a girl on her team that's just like me, like I could totally be part of that. So make sure maybe over this weekend, like prepare, what picture you want to put up there and what message you want to put. I would say keep it a little short, like maybe 3 paragraphs max, because we don't want to write like novels either, but just, hitting on the key parts of, what this business has done for you, this community, what, the health and fitness journey has, looked like, I guess, or progressed over the past time that you have
convinced me
that you have been part of this, and even like if you want to include a little vision, then you totally can, like, you know what I mean? Like I know Leslie, like part of why she's doing this is to help, her family and her kids and creating that lifestyle for them as a whole. So like that is super empowering. That's super awesome. And like I want to be like that when I have kids and stuff. Like I want to set this amazing lifestyle for them, and I'm going to put in the work now. So that way, when that time comes, like I'll already be where I want to be. But like I said, if I have someone on my page who's my friend and who's a mom who's struggling, like she can totally connect with her story. She can't connect with mine because, I have a dog, but he's doing just fine. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't ask for much. Like I don't have to pay for daycare or school or diapers or whatnot. So it's good to also be, spotlighting people on our team and other inspiring stories of awesomeness and girl bossness and overcoming struggles and different things that we have all gone through in our lives, because we all have shit. But if we can share how we've overcome it and put a positive twist on it and show people that it's okay to go through things but don't get stuck there, I think that's very inspiring and encouraging to everyone who comes across our stuff. So besides all of this, I hope these suggestions were helpful.
I want to add one tiny bit to that. Back when we were doing the like crazy transformation blitz, there was that day where we just